Welcome to day 1 of the 10 and 20 challenge. So, this morning before going to bed, I went ahead and made some Nutritarian Tailgate Chili. So I did make a video of it, and so I'm going to insert that here so you guys know what it is that I'm going to be having for food. It turned out smelling the house up wonderfully. It smelled just absolutely terrific, so that was pretty exciting. Hopefully it will taste as good as it smells. I don't know, I haven't had any yet, but hopefully so. So I'll go ahead and put that video in here so that you guys can see it, and then I will chat with you again in a minute. Alrighty guys, so to make this chili, I have some wild sweet rice, and you need a half a cup of that. So what you do is you put that in, and you put it in with, I don't remember how much water, but let's just say a cup and a half of water, and you put that on the stove and start it cooking. That actually, you're supposed to use quinoa or bulgur, but this is what I'm using because this is what I have and what I enjoy. And next, so you're supposed to use 3 cans of dark kidney beans. However, I had an open can of pinto beans and another can of open pinto beans and a tiny little bit of lentils left in the bottom of this can in the refrigerator, so that's what I used. But the recipe calls for 3 cans of kidney beans. Then there are 2 cans of diced tomatoes, no salt added. You put in about a half a cup of sweet corn. Mine was still frozen, don't think it matters at all. Then I chopped up, this is a little bit more than what it called for, I chopped up a large onion. Obviously I add enoki mushrooms to everything, 2 zucchini and 2 green peppers. This is a chili blend, chili powder blend that we buy at Trader Joe's. You need 2 tablespoons of this. And then you'll also need 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. Now this I'm just going kind of off-roading here, guys, but I decided I was going to finish up what cabbage I had left in this bag of cabbage. And I put some mung bean sprouts in there. And that is going to be what I cook on the stove. And basically everything ended up cooking for maybe about 25 minutes to 30 minutes, and it made this beautiful pot of chili. So let's take a peek at what that chili looks like when it's being cooked. Okay, so doesn't that look delicious? Oh my goodness, that last picture there just says it all. It was cooking beautifully on the stove, and yum, 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 yum. Okay, so there were some added ingredients in there, obviously, like I said. So the cabbage didn't need to go in there, and the bean sprouts didn't need to go in there. But, you know, kind of sometimes soup and chili just ends up being the leftover things that you have in the fridge. And those things are on the unlimited column, so I'm not too worried about it. And then I also brought with me what he called, a Mexican salad. And so basically what you're supposed to do is chop up a head of romaine and put in half a cup of black beans and a third of a cup of corn. I think that you're supposed to put onion in it, and I forgot, which is kind of a bummer because I like onion. And you're supposed to take a quarter of a cup of salsa and half of an avocado and mash that together and put that on your salad. So what I actually ended up doing, instead of using a head of romaine, we had leftover lettuce in the refrigerator. My mom bought leaf lettuce, and we had a big old salad shindig a few days ago, and so we had some chopped up lettuce left over. So I just went ahead and used that, and one of the bags of the chopped kit that I had bought that was on clearance for $1.49. I used all the cabbage and stuff out of that. So it was some green onions in there, so maybe there'll be enough green onion flavor from that'll help. So I have that, and then tonight before I left, my husband actually squished up half of an avocado for me and mixed it with the salsa, so I have that in another container. So when I eat, I'm going to put that on there, and that will be delicious. I'm going to do that actually probably about 10. And then I brought a yellow apple. So my goal is to have my salad at probably about 10 or 10:30, and then to eat my soup and my apple at probably about 3. And then when I get home in the morning, so I'm kind of doing it backwards in terms of eating a bigger meal for the first 2 meals and then having a smaller meal at breakfast, what would be quote unquote normal people breakfast time, which should be my supper time. So I'm going to have, on day 1, there's an oatmeal dish. And what you're supposed to do is take steel cut oats and put them in a plant milk and then let them sit for like 30 minutes. I'm not a huge fan of cold oats at all. So what I'm going to do is take the exact same measurements and just make it warm. I won't actually cook the oatmeal with plant milk in it. I'll just use water because I'd rather just use water. So I'll make, I think it's just a half a cup, maybe even quarter cup, whatever it is, of oats, and then put the other things that are supposed to be in there, which I think you're supposed to put maybe half of an apple chopped and some blueberries, or is it flaxseed or something like that? Or, excuse me. I do have to say, I have not had my amla and turmeric and black pepper in like days, probably like 4 days now, which is just not cool. I need to get back in gear with that for sure. So, yeah, quick recap. Day 1, supposed to have like an oatmeal type dish and then a salad. I think it's supposed to be like a salad or something for lunch, and then you're supposed to have like it's called like this easy pita or something like that. Well, as I told you guys in the introductory type video, when it's gluten free, when I need to be gluten free and the recipe calls for something like a tortilla or a pita or whatever, then I'm just gonna have a different meal. But I made enough chili that I should be able to have chili for the first 5 days of this challenge that I have groceries for every day. So sorry if that's boring to you, but I'm probably gonna do that because that is super easy for me. And then I'll either have a salad or something else that he has on his plan to eat. So yay, I'm excited. This will be good. This will be good. I can handle this. My biggest concern is portion sizes are pretty small for some things. So like one of the lunches is supposed to be, you take romaine lettuce and 3 tablespoons of hummus and roll it up and eat it, and that's supposed to be your lunch. That's not going to be anything remotely filling. Like 3 tablespoons of hummus. Yay. So I will probably have something like a can of yellow wax beans to go with that, or maybe a piece of fruit to go with that, or something along those lines that's in the unlimited category so that I don't feel like I'm starving Marvin. But anyway, that's that for now, and I have to run into work, so I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Alrighty guys, well, good morning. So I had my chili last night and it was awesome. Like, it was really, really good actually. And I had the salad last night, which was not as awesome. I think that if it had just had the salsa on it, it probably would have been just fine. I didn't really care for the avocado on the salad. It was kind of, I don't know, rich? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just because I am absolutely not used to having a salad with fat on it. Like, every once in a while I have a few little nuts on a salad, but for the most part I have a salad, there's no fat involved. So that maybe was a little bit difficult. I'm not actually 100% sure what the problem was. But anyway, I am starving this morning. So I am going to take use of eat as much of the unlimited foods as you want to, and I'm going to have 3 different things for breakfast. That's just a lot. But first thing I'm eating is a can of wax beans because I can, and they're unlimited and I love them and they're delicious. So I'm eating wax beans. And yesterday, while I was cooking the chili, my husband helped me out and he made a thing of zucchini soup for me, except he used the yellow squash. So in this soup there is yellow squash, a whole onion, 2 packages of enoki mushrooms, some spinach. What else? I'm missing something. Oh, and beans to thicken it. Let's see what kind of beans. Great Northern beans. So take a look at this. Doesn't that look divine? Anyway, everything that's in it is is something that you can have unlimited amounts of. The beans actually are like, you have a goal of how much you're supposed to have in a day, so you're supposed to have about at least that much. Anyway, so I'm gonna have vegetables first. I'm gonna have vegetable soup, and I'm going to have vegetable beans, and then I'm going to have the breakfast that you're supposed to have on day 1, which day 1 breakfast is an oatmeal dish. And so I'm going to put that together, and I will show you what that looks like after I get done eating this, because I'm starving Marvin, so I'm going to eat this first. And then I'm going to make the good stuff that's desserty. So I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Alright guys, so my beans are gone and my soup is gone and my stomach is still growling at me that it's hungry, which is good because I made the oatmeal. This looks really pretty. So it's not exactly like the recipe because I did not, you're supposed to use the half a cup of oats and you're supposed to mix it with the unsweetened milk and leave it sit. I'm really not interested in having cold oats like ever, so I did go ahead and cook mine. I didn't cook it with the milk and I didn't put the milk on it because I don't really want milk on my oatmeal, like at all. So anyway, I have half a tablespoon of flaxseed. I've got an apple. Well, it called for a small apple chopped, so I just used half of a kind of medium-ish size apple, and then half a cup of blueberries, which are still frozen. So that might be interesting in the oatmeal. But anyway, just wanted you to take a quick peek. Doesn't that look yummy? So I'm going to mix that together and I'm going to eat some breakfast with my husband, and I will talk to you guys again tonight for day 2.